March 31st, 2015. I'm working the road, get a call for a guy screaming in the middle of the road. I show up first and I walk up to the scene and I see a guy leaning on a fence and he was breathing really heavy. So I saw a couple guys sitting off to the side, a couple Spanish guys. I'm like, hey, you know what's wrong with him? No. Okay. Well, you could tell right away they're lying to me. So I see him leaning up. I go up to him. I put my hand on his shoulder. I'm like, are you okay? And he shook his head no. And I was like, do you want an ambulance? He looks like he's hyperventilating. He's breathing heavy. So he shook his head up and down, yes. And I call for an ambulance. At that point, he turns, realizes I'm a police officer, I guess, and just walks. And he walks like hand over fist like this, just pumping his fist right to my police car, right to the back of the police car, where my dog's in the cage. He starts punching on the cage, on my police car, punching at the door, punching at the cage, and goes down for the handle. And I'm like, I don't know if this thing's unlocked. Like, I don't want the dog coming out and biting this guy. He's obviously having some kind of episode. Next thing you know, he just starts flailing. And the other officer shows up at this point. He's a big guy too, like 6'3". Starts flailing at me, trying to kick me, punch me. I take him to the ground. And back then we were trained in an arm triangle, which is a compliance hold, you know, just make him involuntarily fall asleep. I knew at that point he's on something. I'm thinking excited delirium, you know, drugs are a factor for sure in this guy. So I was like, I'm not trying to put him under, I can't breathe. This is all going through my mind, what New York City just had to deal with. He's spun out of my control and now he's facing me and I'm on top of him. And he immediately grabbed my radio on my duty belt and he's pulling it to him. And I couldn't break his hands off. And he starts working his way across my duty belt while pulling me into him. So at this point I start punching him. I start punching him in his face. He's not feeling a thing. He's able to work his hands over to my gun and get both hands around my handle. My gun is actually coming up out of my holster. I have a level 3 holster. The hood's down. It's coming out. And I'm hearing the clicking. And I'm fighting this guy for a good minute or so. It's not working. I said, watch out, the dog's going to come out. I try and hit my door pop. And the door pop's not working. So I told the other officer, go let him out of the car. Go let my dog out of the car. So I'm pushing down on the holster, punching with this hand, just trying to keep it safe. Dog comes running around, immediately jumps in the fight, bites here, there's nothing to grab onto, jumps over top of him, bites his arm, and with that, he was able to rip his hand off my gun, and I was able to rip the other hand off and posture back and get up. We have a crowd forming. They're all video cameraing us. The one guy's like, I got this all on camera. I was like, I hope you do. I went back to the station, and a captain comes up to me. He was like, hey, the guy just coded. I got to take you to the hospital. And I'm like, coded? They're like, yeah, he passed away. I'm like, what? So now I'm thinking, how did this guy just die? But now I'm like, this guy is a black dude. I'm a white guy. This political climate we're going through right now with politics and the media, this isn't going to be good for me and my family.